Can't wait to get.
Hello all you amazing wonderful people, welcome back to the channel, IStandAlone Gaming, and today we'll be playing some more Final Fantasy VII Remake. So in the last episode, we started hard mode on chapter 1, we are now on chapter 2, and we're going to be progressing through hard mode. So with that being said, first thing we're going to do, we're going to change up our materia, we're going to swap our lightning with healing, we're going to take away one of our MPs, and we're going to take away this lightning. And now we have elemental, healing, magic up, MP up, refocus, magic up, ATB stagger, materia, and first strike. And we're going to put magnify here. Take it from Barret and fire. For Barret, we can just put another fire down. Actually, we'll put the fire in place of his lightning here, and then we'll just put lightning here. So there we go.
And soon.
And let's progress. So there's a lot of cutscenes and stuff. We've obviously already watched it in the normal difficulty, so I'm basically going to be either skipping to where the fights start, or I'm going to speed up the video in order to get to that point faster. I'm not going to make you guys watch through another 5 minutes of dialogue for no reason. So I will see you guys on the other side.
Get out of this place.
Alright, so with that, we are out in this area, and basically it's just continuing along with the story, and
We'll split up and shoot for the last train home. Regroup in the...
Alright, so this would be one of my only complaints with this game. Even though the first playthrough, this feels very immersive, and it's like, ooh, this is interesting and different. Second, third, or fourth, or fifth playthrough, it kind of takes away from the replayability, because you're just kind of sitting here going through this very slow-paced walk, and it just seems very tedious for this, for the overall feeling of the game, right? Again, first playthrough feels very, very genuine, very inclusive. You feel like you're part of the story. But second, third, or fourth time you're going through this, it's just kind of like, why is this taking so long? Why can't I skip it like everything else? You know what I mean? But that's just one of the complaints I have. It's not a very huge complaint, but it's definitely a complaint. It's obviously not game breaking, or I wouldn't be playing it at all, but I don't know, I feel like people, game designers and stuff should always think about replayability, you know what I mean? But we are fairly close. There's a few more things we have to do to get to the next area, and then we should be able to meet up with Aerith and then start some fighting. So I'm going to go ahead and speed that up or cut to that as well. I will see you guys there. Alright, here we meet Aerith again. And one of the things is, if you've been following along with my playthrough, we only need to speak with Aerith kindly in this episode, or this series. First one we did Tifa, second one we did Barret, and now we're going to be doing Aerith. And in order to get Aerith, we got to go how much here?
How much?
Well, that depends on the customer.
Go ahead and skip. Bells. Do Fiera.
Need a light? Let's do this. You're mine. Here we go.
And there we go. That's why we have Magnify and Fiera. And took care of those guys fairly simple.
Now you're in for it.
Again, Fire.
Burn. Let's do this. Let's do this.
There we go. Don't necessarily need to pick this up. I think it's just another MP up, HP up, same thing. We already have plenty of both of those, but always come back for it. And basically continue along the story. So there's going to be a bunch of fights. Gonna leave them in. Probably just not going to do a lot of whole commentary. I mean, there's really nothing new going on. I'll just kind of go through the fights, get to where the boss is, and then we'll go through that. The boss in this game, or this chapter, is fairly easy. Nothing too crazy, so you shouldn't have any issues there. Once we get there, we'll go through a little tutorial, so to speak.
So much for the direct route. Find another way. Use the rooftops, maybe. But the rooftops look clear.
Yeah, rooftops it is, baby. Let's go.
Over there! Open fire! Shoot to kill! You like this?
Close call.
Shoot to kill. What did I ever do to you? So it's just running through the series of gauntlets again. Just like the first time.
Target sighted! Get him!
It's all or nothing now.
Run through. Forget where the ladder is. Jump down.
Don't underestimate him!
Time to get serious.
Now, one of the good parts about hard mode is also one of its disadvantages. So, since you can't use items in hard mode, it kind of makes no sense to pick up the items. So you're not really wasting time with that. It's kind of nice.
Holding back. Shit.
But at the same time, it's also a disadvantage because then you can't use the items. So, just got to keep it moving. Get through all these fights.
You're mine now!
I'll end this.
As you can see, it's fairly easy to get through. Try to remember to grab these boxes, increase your MP. But other than that, I mean, there's not really much to this fight.
Calling fire.
Nice little chain there.
Never in doubt.
He's here!
Now you're in for it.
So as you can see, it's really easy now that we have Magnify on fire, that we're cruising through this. And it's definitely a lot easier with Magnify on fire on.
Enemy combatants, you have been warned. Surrender yourself to public security immediately. You have nowhere to run.
Here we going in. Let's finish this. All right. Enough. Let's go.
Should be able to get through that fairly easy. Grab some of these boxes. Hopefully get some MP back. More boxes over here. And for those that know, you're obviously going to be fighting the boss at this point. So first thing we want to do is just go ahead and hop into Fire. I always try to target the riot troopers, so they're the hardest to kill without the fire, obviously.
Shit.
You obviously get more guys to show up. Again, Fire. Look for the riot trooper.
Time to burn.
And then we have the huntsman left. Do it one more time.
calling fire. You're mine. I'm waiting. Let's do this.
Now, if you sit in
Do your worst.
Let's get
Punisher mode, you can block his attack like this and get a few hits in. Or, obviously, take off the Magnify by Era.
no escape.
Go ahead and use Focus Thrust.
Here we go.
I'm going to try to push him over to...
I'll break you.
I'm gonna try to push him over to Dagger here, and then we're gonna do...
Let's dance, asshole.
Probably didn't need to, but just might as well use it.
Long live.
Oh. And that is Huntsman defeated on chapter 2.
HQ, this is Sector 8, Unit 2. Target is surrounded. Moving to secure.
Wait! I know that.
You can go ahead and skip this.
A lot of people here.
And in the freight car, too.
Because of the evacuation order, maybe?
Lucky us. We've got a crowd to hide here. Head for the front of the train and hold there.
Reactor 1. An emergency schedule is now in effect. Your understanding and cooperation is appreciated.
Maybe the freight car's not so bad.
Just wanted to be alone.
What if other reactors?
Stop that right now!
Cramped.
Got it.
So cramped.
Are you the
So
one who's
cramped. Man, everyone's on edge.
Sorry to disturb you. Of course they are.
Hey, Cloud.
If you're about to
Yeesh.
No thieves get
You
my
didn't make
money.
it easy.
Alright, so we can just skip through all this. We gotta talk to Jesse up here.
Lives in Sector 8, so
Just called in sick.
Little help, Cloud? Please? I can't stop thinking. It doesn't make any sense.
The explosion.
That was my first...
Let's skip.
You mentioned in...
Right.
No, I'm just looking for... Thanks, Cloud.
good thing there'll be electricity where we're going.
Leaves us open to go talk to Barrett.
What kind of
This.
go so far as to... So much time for a little nap.
This train is slower than the last. You hear that suit? Shinra creed my ass.
Speak with Jesse again.
Let's get this out of the way.
And we got chapter 2 completed on hard difficulty. So, another achievement. Once we get all of them completed. Also another achievement. But it's one of our last ones we gotta do. Go ahead and skip. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end up here. I'm gonna try to do one episode per chapter. So it should be like 14 chapters. Especially if I start skipping some of the, not so prominent fights and stuff like that. Skip right to the boss fights and stuff like that. It's really all we need to focus on, to be honest. So should be easy and smooth sailing from here on out, but there are some tricks to help take out bosses a little easier that will be beneficial. So hope you've been enjoying the series. Hope you've been following along. If you have been, please leave a like. Greatly appreciate it. Helps me out. And if you want to see more content of Final Fantasy VII Remake or Rebirth when I get to it, or anything else I decide to make, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'll let you know when I make it or post a new video, and it's completely free. So just helps me out, lets YouTube know that you guys are enjoying the content and all that stuff. I'm sure you've heard the spiel from pretty much any creator on the platform, but it really is the best way to support people that you enjoy watching or people that help you out. But yeah, so with that being said, thank you for your time, thank you for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next video. Take care.